The enabling environment is crucial to the practice of a classroom teacher. It is your home. Believe it or not, you will spend more hours there than you will at home. Unfortunately, it is the way it is because it's about the work life. Even in your holidays, you will go in to tidy up your classroom, and certainly in late August or mid-August, you'll be going in to set up your classroom. Make sure your classroom is pleasant. Is it a warm and inviting place for you? And the children, it will be their second home, including your teaching assistants. How have you set the premise that you demand excellence? Are things labelled neatly? Is there a mixture of handwriting and print? Is it print rich so it encourages that reluctant reader to read all the time, forcing them to practice and rehearse their skills? Is it accessible for a child who might have dyslexia or a child who might have complex needs such as autism? Is there a safe place where they can go and sit when they're finding things difficult or overwhelming? Is there an area where they can use computers? Is the computer working? That's really important. Where would they go if there was a fire drill? What would happen? How would they line up? Is that clear for anybody to come in and follow? The other thing is, make sure your desk is always tidy. A clean desk, although it's hard to maintain, a clear desk is always key for children to understand how an organised workspace works. Make sure that children are able to find ways in order to support themselves. Is the learning wall for maths or science or topic or for English, is it accessible? Is it user-friendly? Have they got the right words and the key words available for children to use? Are the pencils all sharpened? Really simple, but every time a child sharpens a pencil, it's taken away from teaching and learning time. Look at the book corner. Is the book corner inviting? How do we read? As adults, we don't often read at desks unless we're at work. When we're wanting to read a magazine or we're wanting to reading a book for pleasure, we're actually either slouched on the bed or we're slouched on the sofa or maybe lying on the carpet. How have you created those opportunities for children to read with pleasure? Also, look at the books. Do they look crumpled? Do the pages look turned over? If so, what message are you giving out to the child? It's all about training. Are they stored in a place where they can be found? Do children understand that this is the written evidence of their learning journey? Every maths book, every English book or science book represents your relationship with them. Look at the displays. Are they diverse? Do they have the current news displayed so children are aware what's happening globally? Many of the children come from different backgrounds, and for them it's important to know what's going on. They might not be getting the right messages at home, but you as the guide will be crucial in telling them what's going on as long as it's appropriate. Look at your areas of display. Do they celebrate every child? It is really important for every child's work to be displayed no matter what form, and for it to be independent work. Make sure that you are ensuring that standards of excellence are maintained when you are celebrating their work. Try not to use other websites which have printed off materials that are easy to stick up. It's the bespoke, tailored approach that always invites children and their parents and other professionals. What have you done to make your classroom special? Remember, often people don't go into a classroom unless they're inspectors or senior leaders or they're going in to drop a message off. They often won't go into your classroom, so they won't know what's going on. So make sure outside your classroom you are really celebrating the work of children and you are celebrating all the different types of learning, and you do that on a regular basis. By doing this, you're showing the world what kind of teacher you are and how children play a central and key role in your professional life. The other thing is, make sure that your classroom is always tidy at the end of the day. Get the children to do it because this is their home and this is their classroom. Have routines and systems where every child understands and has a role and purpose. The child who doesn't like tidy up, make sure you balance it out and praise those children who are making an effort. At the end of the day, you want to be left with time for marking and giving feedback and planning and preparing the resources. So above all, make sure your room is a haven for you and for the children. Ensure that nice things are put within the environment so you can have a good time and excel as a teacher and allow the children to excel.